2, we bucket up this
Ottawa
little bell.
River Cruise. Watch till the end. Sunset River Cruise.
3, the big belt. We cross up in the back and we tie in the front. And then ready to jump. But we will not use it, okay? So you all arrive on this side, which is Quebec, the province of Quebec, Gatineau City, which is the French side, the French province of Canada. The border between Quebec and Ontario is in the middle of the river. So on this side we speak French, and on this side we speak So let's start our adventure. The beautiful bridge on your right, it's Alexandra Bridge, the oldest bridge of Ottawa. It was used by train before. Now it's been totally renovated, so it's used by car, and it's also pedestrian. So you can walk on that bridge from Ottawa to Gatineau. You are in Ottawa River. This is where everything began. In the 1600s, it was the fur trade. In 1800, the wood trade. And at that moment, there were thousands and thousands of trees floating everywhere on that river. There's a little boat to bring them to the land, and I'm going to show you this little boat very soon. Now we're going to pass on the Alexandra Bridge, and on our left, on the other side, we're going to see the first 8 locks of Rideau Canal, designed as a marvel of engineering by UNESCO, because it was all handmade with pick and shovel and no machine. They didn't have any dynamite at that time. It was gunpowder. So they have to make like in the Looney Tunes, like the big light it and try to not blow with it. And the canal is 200 kilometers long. It goes from Kingston to Ottawa, and there's 47 locks. Locks, it's like elevator of a boat. We enter the boat, we close the door, we fill with water to make the boat go up, or we empty the water to make the boat go down. And here they are, the first 8 locks of the Rideau Canal. At any time you can stand up and go see, and go in the front. You're very free, just be careful when you are on the stairs. So on the left side of the locks, we have the beautiful beige castle, and it's Chateau Lafayette, most prestigious hotel in Ottawa. They opened their door in 1912, and when they opened their door, the royal suite cost $2 a night. Now there's room up to $10,000 a night, but the breakfast is included. Continental breakfast, exactly. So when the boats go in the locks, it takes about 45 minutes each locks. So if you take your boat from Kingston to Ottawa, 3 to 4 days. If you take your car, 2 hours. And we're gonna have a very nice view of the backyard of the Parliament. And on the top of the hill, you see a big round tower. This is the library. In 1916, there was a very big fire. Everything burned down except the library. So it's the only original part of 1800. All the rest was built after the fire. And the big tower that you see with the clock, it's the Peace Tower. It was added after the fire also. And the flag that floats on the top of this tower, this flag is changed every single day. Every day a new flag. It's a sign of renewal. Canadian family can subscribe to receive this flag for free. But right now, there's 100 years waiting list for it, so hurry. There's 3 blocks of the Parliament. The one that we saw now is the Central Block. It's closed for renovation. But there's also the East Block on the left. It's free to visit, you just have to book tickets. And the West Block, the one that we see now on the right. The West Block is the House of Commons. The people that we choose at the election work in this building. Free to visit also. Just have to book tickets. So now we see Capitol you look at the roof, this is the Confederation building. Confederation is the day that we became Canada, 1st July 1867. So it's a word that we see everywhere in Ottawa. This is Office of Parliament. And the White Castle with the green room, this is the Supreme Court of Canada. This is the highest court of the world. There's guided tour of the Supreme Court. It's free. You just have to book tickets. And it's the chance now, because after that it's going to be closed for 10 years for construction. So if you have the chance, go see the Supreme Court. The rectangular white building is the Archive and Library of Canada. It's where we keep all the important papers since the beginning of the country, map, diary of Jacques Cartier, everything is there. So now you see a red company in front of us and soon on our left with a big chimney. This is Kruger Company. It used to be Eddy Company, which was the biggest matches company of the world. In 1800, when people come to work for Eddy, they can receive a house for free. It was a huge opportunity for normal people to be able to get a house. And we call them matchstick houses. I'm going to show you some few later, so I need you to remember this. So soon on your left, you're going to see a little boat. This is the boat that brings the trees to the land when it was the limber time. And one day they didn't need the boat anymore, so they just leave it there. But this little boat is on the old $1 Canadian paper bill. And because of that, it's been totally restored. So if you look $1 paper Canadian dollar on Google, you're gonna see this boat, the trees in the river, and the Parliament in the background on the paper bill. And now we are facing the beautiful Museum of History, and his architect is from the First Nation. In the First Nation, they believe that evil hide in corner, so there's no 90 degrees corner at all in this museum. And if you look, the green roof looks like an upside down canoe. And all the white columns on the side of the building look like upside down paddle. Because in the First Nation, when you are in canoe and you cross another canoe, you raise your paddle in the air to show that you're coming in peace. This is the most visited museum in Canada. If you have only one to do, I really suggest you do this one. You need at least 4 hours, me 3 days. It's huge. It's marvelous. Everything about First Nation, all the culture of Canada. There's a museum for kids inside the museum. It's incredible. And all the curves represent the water and the wind. Let's go on the other side. You're gonna see after the bridge a big yellow circle on the top of the hill. This yellow circle was a military point of view before, and it's been totally restored by First Nation architect, and is designed as the best view of Ottawa. If you go at the National Art Gallery in Ottawa and you take the sidewalk on the left side of the museum, you're gonna arrive at this yellow circle. And in the garden, there's many pieces of art. We can see a stainless steel branch in the air. This is a piece of art from the garden of the National Art Gallery, and it represents a tree who has finished his life because the country was built on the wood trade and on the industry. So that's why it's in stainless steel. You see 2 silver bell church in the background. This is Basilica Cathedral Notre Dame, the oldest Catholic church in Ottawa. Free to visit, wood, hand paint, incredible, always open except when they have mass. 3 years waiting list to get married in this church. So first you take your date, and then you find your mate. The beige building is the Royal Mint. It's where we used to print our coins. Now it's in Manitoba, Winnipeg, but they still make piece of connection here. And now we are seeing a red building with a glass pyramid on the top. This is the Embassy of Japan. And soon we're going to see a rectangular white building with a green flag in front of it. This is the second most expensive and biggest embassy of Ottawa, Saudi Arabia. There's a legend to say that there are toilets of made in gold. but it's not true. You believe me? I did too when they told me that for the first time. So here's the embassy of Saudi Arabia. Mothers, at night you can sneak inside and you see all the curtains. It's really beautiful. So the big brown building that we see on the right too, it's the Global Affair of Canada. And it has a form of a sphinx. So we see the head, the two legs in the front. This is the Lester B. Person building. And Lester B. Person was the Prime Minister who won the Nobel Peace Prize for his work in Egypt. So that's why it has a form of a sphinx. And the bridge that is coming, it's McDonald's Canty Bridge. McDonald, first Prime Minister of Canada, speaking English. His best friend, Jean-Étienne Cathy, speak French. Because they were friends. We named this bridge to show the combination between the French Canadian of Quebec and the English Canadian of Ontario. Mr. McDonald was a very intelligent man. It's him who has the idea to build the train track from east to west coast in Canada. What people don't know is that he really enjoyed alcohol. And sometime at night, he was so drunk that he waked up in the wrong house. So to keep his reputation and to find the silence of the people, when he happened to find a house. So Mr. McDonald has two official houses, one in the west, one in the east. And we couldn't do the photo of the house that he thought the people were sure that on one street in Kingston, he might find was there. And the beautiful Greystone house with white window on your right, it's the official house of Mr. McDonald. He lived and died in this house. The white building on the right side is the High Commission of the UK. So now it's the High Commission of the political house in the UK. The next building that is coming is the National Council of Research of Canada. And his architecture is it's an inspiration from the Buckingham Palace. What we invented here, the pacemaker. The Canada Army went in the space because the electric wheelchair, the synthetic insulin, so many things so many things that have been created with the money in that council. We're gonna also see coming soon glass pyramids. It's the oldest city hall, and the glass pyramids are an inspiration of music moved in Paris. So the water in the canal came from actually Ottawa River split in two. It becomes Ottawa River on this side, and on the other side of Ottawa, it's Rideau River. The water in the canal came from Rideau River. It goes in the canal and it comes out at the Rideau Falls. And we're going to see those falls very soon. There's two little falls, and you're going to see that the first one, the two doors in the middle are closed, and the two others are open, and the second one, all the doors are open. So we're going to wait 3 minutes in front of the canal so you can take the pictures. Rideau means curtain in French. They used to be natural falls, and when Samuel de Champlain came here, he writes in his journal, oh, they have falls who look like curtains. It looks like curtain falls. We don't want to look at that.
If you want to check it by your phone, I'm gonna do that for you. Yes, yes, yes. Go? Oh, no, okay, sorry.
Okay.
But the font. The Greystone House of the River is the embassy of France. And at night there's blue, white, and red lights to make the French flag on the wall. And the house that is coming with 5 chimneys, this is the official house of the Prime Minister, the Twin Forces. But it's closed since 9 years now. Asbestos, rats, raccoons. Probably we're gonna make a museum one day with it. Now the Prime Minister lives in a little cottage behind Rideau Hall. But there's nothing little there. Rideau Hall is the name of the house, a huge residence, 175 rooms. It's the house of the Gouverneur General. And if you have the chance, I really suggest that you go visit Rideau Hall. It's free. You just have to book tickets. You walk in the marvelous garden for 10 minutes and then you arrive to the huge residence. It's incredible. And it's free. The little white house that we see on the top of the hill now, it's where the governor and the security of the Prime Minister used to live. But I will take this house. So Rideau Hall is just on the other side of the street of the Prime Minister house. Soon on our left, we're gonna see a beautiful bridge and a church. The bridge is named Aberdeen, and Miss Aberdeen was the wife of a Gouverneur General, and she make a lot for kids, school, poor people, so she's very loved in the Ottawa River. She used to cross this river during the winter because it's freezing. And one day the ice broke, she almost drowned, and people from Gatineau saved her. And in 1900, French and English not friends at all. So it was a big deal. So to thank them, she buy the bell of the church, and they gave her name to this bridge. And you remember matchstick houses? So it's always the same pattern. On the 3rd floor, a very little window. 2nd floor, 2 rectangular windows. 1st floor, a door and a window. At the beginning, cheap wood, very small, but now they are a circle, so people start to restore them. They add piece to make them bigger. And now we're gonna see many of them. And also, there's a point of view on the other side that everybody goes to see this beautiful view that we're gonna pass in front now. This is the oldest neighborhood of Gatineau. It was a fur trade stop before, and it was owned by Mr. Gatineau. So it becomes Gatineau City, Gatineau, the river that we cross now, this is Gatineau River, because people used to say, oh, it's the river of Gatineau, it's the river of Gatineau, so it becomes Gatineau River. You want to take a picture? Okay. And here's the bridge, Aberdeen Bridge, and the church, François de la Salle, with the bell of Miss Aberdeen. So if you look on the other side, you're gonna see a yellow, white, brown, white, brown, yellow house. So this is all matchstick houses. So you can see like the little one, the window on the top, the 2 windows and the door. And if we start to look, there's a big brown and brown and white with a glass balcony and a wood door garage in front of us. So the matchstick houses was the white part on the right side, and everything on the left was add after. This neighborhood is called Gets No Point. Many restaurants there. It's a very nice place to be. There's many restaurants. There's one steakhouse very popular called Starling. Beautiful, eh? And you can walk along the river there. You can also notice that the mountain that you see, it's round on the top. Because in Quebec and Ontario during the Ice Age, the ice broke all the tops of our mountains. So we have only that kind of mountains here. But it's still a mountain. It's not a hill, okay?
Oh, sorry. Sunset.
Flashes yellow, and then when it turns green, you take a picture.
Yeah, because I was asking.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
So if we look on the other side, the stone house on the top of the hill, it's the house of the ambassador of the United States. It's on the other side. And now we pass in front of a gas station and a restaurant for boat. No possibility to go there by car. And now you're gonna see a big brown house on the top of the hill. It's the house of the ambassador of Indonesia. I already choose my next life. I want to be ambassador in Ottawa.
Beautiful.
So now in front of us on the right side we're gonna see a very nice white house on the river. This is the river house. And they built a pool inside the river. And it's always free to go swim there. But maybe it's a little bit cold. And here she is, the river house.
Oh, okay. Ha 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 ha.
So did you hear about the tulip festival? So the tulip is the official flower of Ottawa because during the Second World War, Princess Juliana from Netherlands came here for security with her 2 daughters. But she was pregnant of the third one, baby Margaret. And this was a very big problem because when you are in the royal family, you need to be born on your own soul to be able to keep your title. So for one day, the Prime Minister designed the hospital room of the princess as a bridge sword. And in the old history of Canada, it was the only day that another flag floated on the top of the Tower of Peace of the Parliament, the Dutch one. So to thank us, they sent us 100,000
Oh, wow.
and many thousand every year. Now a little bit less because we keep the balls and we start to have many of them. So now it's about 25,000.
Hey, what
But every year, many thousand. Who's your girlfriend? Did you ever give her 100,000 tulips? Next year. And you call me if you don't, okay? So now it's the street festival. It's a lighting day. If you look on the website, there's
Oh.
many activities. And it's 1 million trees that you can see in Ottawa yes, at that moment, and they are starting to bloom. And at the Commissioner's Park, it's where we have the most biggest part of the Judith Festival. Just in this park is 300,000 trees. Yes, you must have to go see this while you are in Ottawa.
Yeah.
So, do you have any questions? Oh, very good question, Mr. How deep is the river? Yes, 300 feet, 100 meters deep. Yes, that's perfect. And yes, very good question. Why the water is brown?
Yeah.
Yes, it's because the soil is made of clay. So it's a very clean water. You can swim, you can fish more than 80 species, different species of fish. And I don't know if you noticed when you came, but there's a guy who was fishing on the cape. He's gonna be there for sure again when we come back. So many people are gonna go on the side of the river and fish. And you're gonna notice also that when you are in Ottawa, most of them they have a kind of beige bricks. This is bricks made from the stone from here called and when you see red, when they built the canal, they make bricks with the earth of the canal with the clay. And the red brick is the clay from the canal and the river. So all the material were made from here almost, except one building like front of the island, it's stone came from Nova Scotia. Because at that moment, the project was to have governmental building from different permits. The little portion building I was talking about, and if you did miss the stone house, it's the Ambassador House of the United States. And this is the point of view that everybody goes to see this view. Now we are in front of the neighborhood called Market Park. And we don't know, it was built by Mr. McKay, a huge house. And Mr. McKay came from Edinburgh with his wife and 16 children to work on the canal. And he built the house. And all this time was all with all this neighborhood, the new Edinburgh also. And we gave a big part of this land to the community and we make a park with it. And soon we're going to see a brown pavilion. This is the brown park. People love picnicking, jogging, bicycling, everything that you can do in this park. And the brown pavilion there, it's where Mr. Churchill goes to think. It was his favorite place. He was sitting in this pavilion, smoke a cigar, look the river, and think about those. Do you have another question? Do you want to know why the canal was created? Okay. Another
Third.
This was my knowledge that I have to share you. I hope you can come if you have any answer. And we're gonna put music and we can chill and we can walk and go take a coffee if you want. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Very cool. Yeah, French first. See my because accent. Yes. Oh, but normally the tour is in French and in English. And it's because you are all in English, so I talk only one language. But normally I speak French and English. Yes. All English. Yes.
And it's my first language, so for sure I speak French
Oh.
first.
Bonjour, I know that only.
Bonjour.
That's it, I know. Just one word.
Comment tu t'appelles?
I don't understand that. Oh, this
Je m'appelle Wendy.
oh, maybe similar to Spanish. Little might be understanding. Understand. Oh,
Je m'appelle Wendy.
je m'appelle Wendy.
Et toi?
Tane. Okay.
Très bien. But you make me think I'm going to share something.
So he was asking me if my first language is French, and normally the tour is in French and in English. And actually, Ottawa became the capital in 1855. Before, actually, the canal was built by Colonel John Bye. And that's why we give the name to the Byward Market. And it's the oldest neighborhood of Ottawa. It's where the people who worked on the canal used to live. And Ottawa before used to be named Bytown because of him. And at the time of Bytown, there was a lot of violence. And then there was a competition between Montreal, Quebec, Toronto to become the French capital. And they were all capital at a moment in the history. And the king came with the idea of Bytown because it was far from the border of the United States. Less risk to be attacked. It was small, very easy to defend. And also it was already bilingual, and it was directly between the French and English Canadians. So it became the capital at that moment. So Ottawa, the language is English and French, Quebec French, but still a lot of people speak English. Most of people speak English are in Montreal. When you go out of Montreal, French.
The first language of Canada is English or is it French?
No, Quebec, province of Quebec, it's French.
As a nation.
As a nation, the national language is English.
It's English, first language for the country.
Is it English?
But the province, except the province of Quebec.
Okay.
So when the soldier came, all the French built this side of the river, and all the English built this side, and they were fighting a lot. It takes many years before they don't have fight in the family. But now we are happy at Christmas.
Very good. Nice to hear.
That's why we speak French, English.
What is all here?
Ka? Ha? Ka? Oh, Alfred dakwin.
Hey, get back here.
Yan natin.